Hey, Witchy School of Wisdom. Witches, how are you? I'm hoping that Facebook does not kick me out. It has been crazy wonky here. Let me pull up another screen so I can see that we are going live. Let's see what's going on. Hey, Lindsay's here. Hey, Lindsay. And Katie's here. Hi, Katie. Nice to see you guys again. And you guys are here. Thank you. Let me invite some friends. Facebook has been, well, I shouldn't even say Facebook. The technology in general has just been fucking crazy today. I can't get anything done because it just went crap. I was like, what is going on? Let's invite some folks in. I think we got some folks in. So, Lindsay, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Lindsay. Hey, Liz, welcome to Witchy School of Wisdom. And Mariah's here, my witchy sister, Mariah. How is everyone? I had to put on my bracelet today. So we're just going to hang out today. I usually go live on Wednesdays, but I'm probably going to go live sometime all week, because I have a lot of shit to say, and I'm kind of like in an uproar about this kind of shit. So you're going to hear me cuss. So you're going to hear me like rant. You're going to hear me speak the truth, and I'm going to get you wild up. So let me catch up on comments. Hey, Ellen, how are you? Mercury retrograde is a fun little, that's the only time Mercury retrograde fucks with me, is with technology. It doesn't mess with me emotionally. It doesn't mess with anything else, my finances or anything like that. With that, it just messes with me technology. My phone's all screwy. My Facebook is all screwy. I couldn't create anything in Canva. It took me 3 hours to create something that would have usually taken me like, I don't know, an hour to create, because it wouldn't upload. It was just, Mercury retrograde just affects me and technology, and that's when I know that something's going on, is when my technology is not working. So, oh, you did. Ellen said she was researching prosperity spells last night. Yes, you're doing good on your prosperity though, my sister. You're doing super good. So we're going to talk a little bit about changing your circumstances financially. We're going to talk about spell casting. We're going to get raw in here. We're going to talk about the dirty facts of finances, dirty shit of being broke, no holds bar. We are going to be all transparent today. And before we get started, let me introduce myself to y'all. We got lots of new people here. So my name is Madame Zee, and I am the headmistress of Witchy School of Wisdom. And I am a female empowerment leader, and I am empowering women through teaching them magic. And specifically this week, we are talking about spellcasting and changing your circumstances of being broke. And fair warning, if you have kids in the surrounding area, you probably might want to send them off to bed, because we're going to be cussing up a storm in here, because it's going to get real. So that is my PSA for today. So hey, hey Denise. I was like, hey Natalie. I was like, hey, I know that person, but not by Natalie. Hey Denise, how are you? Thanks for being here. Shelly's here. Hey Shelly. So I see some of my students are in here today. So cool, yay. So how many of you are really interested in learning and mastering spell casting? Because I'm going to tell you a little bit about what is going on with you and where I've been in relation to where you are at. And I am getting lots of people who are emailing me, sliding in my DMs, talking about programs, but they're like, I can't do it, I'm broke. I can't do this because I don't have enough money, or I can't do this because I got to check my finances. So I'm like, okay, I've got to teach y'all how to change your circumstances. I've got to teach you all what I know. I've got to teach you all the exact things that I did to change my circumstances. Because like you, if you guys read any of the blurb that I read today or wrote today, you knew some of my background. My background is I have an MBA. At the time, I've always changed my circumstances through spell casting. Yeah, maybe. But the thing about spell casting and being a witch, and this is what pisses me off the most. Now, it's going to kind of be hard for you to keep up with me because I have no script tonight. I am talking to you girlfriend to girlfriend, witch to witch, pointy hat to pointy hat, and wand to wand, because we're getting down and dirty tonight. So I'm going to be off topic. I'm going to be all around. We're going to take a scenic route. So we're going to be talking about some deep shit, some money shit. And I hate talking about money. I hate it. It's not my favorite thing. I hate it. But you guys need to, what happened is everybody was coming to me, I don't have any money. I don't have any money. I need a money spell. I need this. And I'm like, I need to share with you the exact things. Yeah, Liz, come on back. The last things and the exact things that I did to create wealth and prosperity in my life. And you can change it through spell casting. And here's the thing that pisses me off that's going around here. And I put up a blurb about this, or a little meme about this, about these fucking people who are all about light and love. They're getting on my nerves. They're pissing me off about, oh, you just need to change your mindset, or you just need to go cleanse your chakras, or you need to wear citrine or whatever in your bra, which is fine. I'm not dissing any of that. But that's not all you have to do to become powerful. You can't change your circumstances by just putting a crystal in your bra. Spell casting is a recipe. Spell casting starts from yourself, from ingredients, from being powerful, to knowing that you can change your circumstances. How many of you here are just like struggling? And you don't have to raise your hand if you don't want to, but you know, this is a safe environment. I'm raising my hand. Have been stuck and struggling with money for the fucking longest. You're just tired of it. You're like, universe, really? Is this really what my life is about? Because I'm going to tell you, I don't know, in my let's see. It was in my 40s. It was in my 40s. And most of my majority of my life I spent in higher education on the administration side. And I was living paycheck to paycheck. I didn't have anybody. It was me. I wasn't married. I've only been married once in my entire life, and that was for 5 months. And I was like, I can't even, you crazy. You crazy. I couldn't even do that. So for the majority of my adult life, I was in charge of my bills. When I was 18, my parents were like, rule of the house, you're going to college or you're getting a job, but you can't live here. So I was on my own and in charge of myself and my finances since I was 18. But I went to college and went to school and all that kind of shit. But here I found myself 40. Yeah, Mariah was like, me too, higher education. Yeah, sucks. Corporate America sucks. These are going to be massive truth bombs for you. So it is what it is. So I found myself at like 40. Okay. I had all this experience, all this job, living in Huntsville, Alabama. Layoff after layoffs, buyouts after buyouts, new presidents come in, lay everybody off, blah, 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 all that bullshit. And I'm just taking any job that can come along to put some food on the table. I wasn't thinking about a career at the time, although I had all this experience behind me. I had all of, the education that they needed, but the jobs just weren't there. And when you're in that situation, which I'm sure everybody's gone through a layoff, everybody has probably drawn unemployment. Not most of y'all, but I know some of y'all here have been on, some kind of assistance. Not saying that it's bad or anything, but we have. Lord, I have, because you're at the mercy of the fucking universe. When you are down in the dumps and you're just sitting there like, what the fuck am I going to do? I have $50 to my name. I have no job. What am I going to do? So there I was. I got another job, right? Hey, Lisa. And it was working in financial aid at the community college, local community college. Horrible, horrible job. But it was better than being broke, and it was better than, you know, being on assistance, and it would get me in the door. So I took the job. And does anybody relate to that? Does anybody relate to financially struggling at all with this shit? And I'm going to get you to tell you what the story and how I transformed it. And I'm going to tell you exactly the things you need to do to change it. So give me some thumbs up if you guys can relate to this. It's part of life. It's not saying anything's bad or good about anybody. Life fucking sucks, and it will send you shit, you know, to see how strong you are, how you're going to relate to it, and how you're going to, you know, move past it. So I was in my 40s, and here I thought, I was like, well, you know, does everybody here have a plan how you thought your life was going to be at 40? What I thought when I was like in the early 20s, what my life would be at 40 was nothing. I was like, I suck as a person because I am not anywhere near where I need to be. Yep, everybody's yep, thumbs up. So I was living in Alabama by myself, had a cute little ass apartment though in a historic district. That was the only plus thing about it. I had a car payment, I had rent, I had, you know, bills out the butt, student loans out the ass that I had to pay for. And I was the sole provider of me, always have been. I never could ever just rely on my husband or rely on my parents or just, you know, slack off because I didn't have anybody. I was the sole provider of myself. It was up to me to change my circumstances. And being the badass witch that I was like, I'm changing this shit because I was in Alabama, had a master's degree, higher education, working at a entry-level position at a community college, which sucks, making $33,000. That was before taxes. That was before taxes. So, take a drink. I was fucking struggling, big time. I was struggling to pay my bills. I was struggling to make ends meet. And as you can see in the post, I was playing the whole beat the check to the bank game. Does anybody remember that game? Give me some thumbs up if you remember that fucking game. Oh, Lord. There's a couple of times where I had to do a cash advance on my checks because I didn't have enough money, and that's a scam. But sometimes you got to do what you got to do, right? So let me check up on comments. Shelly said, my major problem right now is charging people for what my goods are worth. I tend to give everyone a frenzy. Yeah, don't do that shit. Shelly, don't do that shit. If you go to a doctor, are the doctors going to give you a friend and family discount? No, they're not. No, don't do that shit. I know everybody wants to be nice and shit, but you got money and you got, bills to pay. You know, come on, don't do that. Love you, Shelly, but don't do that. I don't even want to talk about student loans. It's horrible. It's horrible. Hi, Neely. How are you? I need to step into my worth and own it. You do. You definitely do. Because here's the thing. If you don't step into your worth and own it, how are you going to expect to get the money that you deserve? If you know that you are worth this money and you know that your products are good, how are you going to, get people to, how do I say this? How do you get people to recognize and pay the time and the worth that you, and the expertise? Not everybody can make Shelly Living Goods cookies. I can't. You need to bank on that shit. You can go down to Walmart and get you, 12 dozen cookies in a plastic tin or plastic container, but they're not going to be Shelly's cookies, homemade, that you spent hours up to 2, 3, 4 in the morning baking. They're not going to get that experience at Walmart. So that's, you need to know your worth. You need to know your expertise. You need to know what you're putting into your product, right? Hi Rose, thanks for being here. I'm in the same position, but just lost home, car, and see, it's tough out. I'm telling you, it's tough out there. I'm with no family, no friends, and a single mom. See, people live, this is true story, this is real life, and I'm going to tell you, all those Facebooks, all those Instagrams of all these people with their fucking, what is it, rose-colored metal triangle geometric desk decoration stapler shit, looking like they're in, I don't know, Bali having a good time, is fucking bullshit. It's bullshit. I know what goes on. This is my job. It's my job to know what goes on behind the scenes. You guys see this face and this facade of what's going on to these people. You're like, I want my life like that. I want to live my life like that. You don't see the shit that goes on behind the scenes and how fucked up their life is. Now, with me, you get what you get, because I am not going to sugarcoat anything, and I'm not going to live a life that I, pretend I don't. My car is, let's see, I just paid my car off, which is good. So I don't have a brand new car. We don't live in luxury. We rent a house. We don't own our house. We don't have top of the line anything, really. We live below our means, but we're not out here living fancy. We don't fancy by any means. So don't compare yourself to what you see on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, or whatever, because it's bullshit. They're playing a mindfuck game with you. So just know that that's not the reality of it. Shark Tank. Go on, Shark Tank. No, I'm not going to put myself out there in Shark Tank. They will tear me up. Hey, Rhonda. Ellen said, my current problem, not believing my stuff is good enough to charge what it's actually worth. You guys, it seems like there's a lot of that's going on, that you guys are struggling with self-worth and what you would pay for, what you would charge people to pay for your good. Here's the thing, and this is what gets into my program too. What is it worth to you to buy one of Ellen's wonderful teas if it's going to ease your pain, if it's going to really put you in a state of mind where you relaxed, or you take a ritual bath with any of her bath stuff? What is it worth to you to transform that fucking horrible day that you've had with a hot cup of Ellen's homebrewed tea and a magical bath? What is that worth to you? So you need to figure out what you would pay someone to have that experience. And I'm telling you right now, Shelly, people pay a lot of money for some really great bakery goods. So what you're paying for is experience in the transformation. So what is it worth to you to wash that horrible, shitty day off of your job in a nice, relaxing bubble bath drinking hot tea? The herbal tea, the essential oils, the ritual baths of it all. What is it worth to you, the transformation that you want to charge? And it's the same thing with my programs. What is it worth to you to change your financial situation? What is it worth to you to change your love situation? Because we're going to talk about love probably a couple days later on. I'm going to tell you how you can change your love situation. Yep, I need to get a very sexy good spell to help with that. Yep. So it's all about what you would pay to transform, or what it's worth for you to transform your situation. So back to the story time, y'all. So here I was, 40-something-year-old, broke as fuck, living in a dead-end job, right? Couldn't pay the basic necessities, would just be like, okay, my car payment is due on the 20th. The late payment is due on the 25th. I don't get paid until like the 24th. I could do it. I can do it. If I eat ramen noodle, or if I don't go out a certain amount, or, you know, I eat cereal, then I can do it. I'm like, I'm fucking 40-something years old, and I can't even afford to go out to, I don't know, what is it? Not Golden Corral. Oh my God, what is it? Carrabba's. Or I can't even afford to go out to, what's another place I used to always go to all the time? Olive Garden. Olive Garden. I can't even afford to go out to fucking Olive Garden. And here I am busting my ass 40 plus hours a week dealing with these dumb ass, I hate to say this, high school students who think that they deserve everything for nothing, get pissed off at you, flip the fucking table on you, yell at you, scream at you, and I can't even afford to go out with my friends or get an alcoholic drink because it's cost too much damn money. I'm 40 fucking years old. I was tired of it. Tired of it. And I was like, you know what? I woke up one day and I said, self, hey, badass self. I had to knock myself on the head. Like, McFly. I was like, badass witch Susie, what the fuck are you doing? You have all the power you need to change your circumstances. Hey, Karen, thanks for being here. And you're not doing anything about it. You know what you need to do. You know how to change your circumstances. So I was like, I'm done. I'm completely done with this. So I'm done being broke. I'm done trying to figure out what I need to do to make a better job. So here I did. Here's what happened. Here's what a real witch does. A real witch changes her circumstances. A real witch knows the worth. A real witch will do the fucking work. And how many times have I told y'all? Witching ain't easy. It's, you know, okay, Crystal Click, you know, Crystal over there, or what, Connie, who was like all about going to the new age. You have to be Zen. You have to put a crystal in your bra. Well, you have to like create, you know, all this other kind of shit and love and light. And you're like, I am gonna throat punch you, and I'm gonna just with all the love and light that I can muster, because that ain't gonna pay the bills. I'm gonna tell you now. Now, setting your intentions, setting a clear mind, being specific. What crystals do you use? That is part of spell casting. But changing your mindset and just wearing a crystal is not going to change your circumstances. You have to believe it. You have to do it. You have to manifest it. You have to feed your spell. You have to get all your ingredients. You have to know the moon phases. You have to know all this shit before you can have a successful spell. You're going to sit there and you're just going to listen to Crystal Kathy, who's just sitting there like, oh, well, I have this pyramid crystal that's really good for energy. You should just use that. It'll change your circumstances like it just changed mine. Fuck you, Crystal Kathy, because no, I've got creditors on the phone trying to get me to pay the bill. I'm past due on this. I barely have any food in the cupboard. I'm sitting here eating macaroni and cheese, right? I need money now. What am I going to do to change my circumstances now? Does anybody relate to that? Give me, so what problems are you guys having with spellcasting or changing your circumstances? Because I'm tired of them. I'm tired of these little, I just call them light and love people, because light and love people don't do the work. Light and love people just sit there and just hope for the best and do a grid of, you know, crystals. And I'm not knocking anyone. It just doesn't work for me, because it works as an additive. Just like if you have tea, but you add sugar in it, it makes it that much better, right? It's the same thing, right? It's all different components to make this, powerful spell. So, Is anybody struggling with that? Tired of being broke? Want to learn how to manifest money on demand? Do you want me to? I really want to show you. Where is it at? I really want to show you how to create a spell that has prosperity. If you want to do a prosperity spell, I want to show you and share with you how to create a love spell to change your circumstances in love and relationships. This is one of my shaker jars that I made, and it's a money jar. It has all kinds of cool stuff in it, and I'll show you the bottom of it. Right? And anytime I do any kind of money offering, need money, anytime I write a check, anytime I pay my bills, this is at my desk. I am constantly shaking this because I'm changing the energy of the money. Anything that's in here has to do with prosperity. Okay? Do you know what moon phase, what goddess, what goes in a money spell, what stone to use, what colors to use, what you should say? Do you guys know any of that? Do you know the ins and outs of how to set up a money spell? Do you know how to, if you're like, oh shit, I got an unexpected vet bill, how am I going to come up with money for that? Do you know how to like be like, all right, I'm putting up an altar. I'm putting up a money spell today. Do you guys know how to do money spells on demand? Because that's what this course teaches you. Teaches you exactly what I do to change my circumstances. I manifested 5K before with what I've done. And I've also manifested new jobs, new relationships, new money. You can use this information or this class I am giving you to change anything in your life. Anything you're not happy with, you can master throwing up a spell and changing your life completely. If you're not happy with your relationship, you're happy or not happy being single, you want better health, you want more money, you want a better job, you want, the sky's the limit with this class. You and my head guy, I know, right? So, News, I have no doubt of my power when I cast, but I love learning all the history and why now. Truly feel it and understand all the whys. I love spellcasting. I'm a master spellcaster. I love it. I can tell you. And I've changed everything with this. But the difference between light and love, right? And the difference between, and I hate the word new age because I'm not a new age at all. My practice is the old ways. My practice is not new at all. My practice goes, neo-paganism. It's way back there. There's nothing new about this. And that's why I don't connect with people who are new age, because I'm like, it ain't all about crystals. It ain't all about love and light. It ain't all about send positive vibes. It's about, and then you're like, oh, I'm going to think positive vibes. And I'm going to think about a white light or a green light coming down around me, and I'm going to have lots of money. I know it. You're just talking shit because you're not doing any of the witching work that goes behind that positive thought. You can say it, but if you're not taking the stuff that I taught you in this class and you're not doing the witching work of it, it's not going to do anything. Right? It's just like you saying, well, I'm going to go to the store and get stuff for a recipe and then hoping that it just bakes itself or manifests itself. Well, it doesn't work like that. You have to get your ass out. Well, I shouldn't even say that because now you can just Uber it, right? Or not Uber it, but now you can just Instacart it. But at least you have to go to the computer and order it, right? So you have to put your intentions behind your spell work. You have to know what you want. You have to be able, and I hate to say this, but you almost, not desperate, but you have to be in the frame of mind where you're like, fuck this, I'm changing my circumstances, I'm tired of living like this, I'm taking what I know I am, and I'm about to throw up a spell, completely change my financial situation. Completely change it. Let's see. I have a kale. Lindsay said I have a kale jar and I love it. I catch Corey shaking it all the time. He asked me to find some gold coins to put in it. Yeah, I have a couple of gold coins, and I think I have a dime in here. And I have other stuff in here for money, but that's all in the class. And I shake it all the time. Hey, Sarah. Green, new moon, jade, baby. See, Katie's, you're on the right way. You're on the right one. Hey, Nikki. So this class will tell you what crystals to use, the different moon phases. And it's not even about, because and here's the thing, it's a class. And I'm going to be honest with you. It's a fucking class. There's tons of classes out there, right? But this one gives you exactly what I use to change my circumstances. So I know it works. My clients have used it. They've manifested tons of money, new jobs, new relationships, new circumstances, new homes, moving, traveling, changing their life completely. They've manifested all of this through my teachings. So it's about it's a class, but it's really, I don't know how to say this. It's more about, I want you to learn this shit and to become as powerful as a witch as you can be. Because the magic is the great thing about it. But the more powerful thing that you will get is how you will learn and become confident in spell casting and changing your circumstances. So you will know that wherever you are in life, whatever life throws you at, speed bumps or curveballs or whatever, you have the power to change it completely if you want it. You're not at the mercy of the universe. You know that you can change your circumstances, and this class will give it to you. This is a bundle. I've never offered this before as a bundle. I offered it as a class, but it didn't get all this extra stuff with it because I give you a lot of cool spells that go with it. So let's talk about actually what you get. It is an 8-week course, but you can take it. I mean, if you want to spend a day diving into it, learning it, you can. We have, let's see, the first week is, let me see, we have candle magic. Setting your intentions, which is amazing and important, because in setting sacred space and how to do spell casting, because you're like, okay, I want money. Well, the universe is like, okay, I'll give you a penny because it's money, right? So you can't be mad that the universe gave you a penny. It's about being really laser focused on what amount of money you want, okay? Then we get into, let's see, colors and stones and moon phases and herbs that you put on the altar, crystals that you use for love, for money, for prosperity, for health, for wellness. And then you actually spend some time together in the class looking, well, it's a self-taught, self-paced class, how to put it all together, okay? The extra stuff you will get are lots of spells. You get a road opening spell. You get a sugar spell. You get a not magic spell. You get a bonus of a 26 spell work PDF that you get. And then you get a bonus video of questions and answers. So you get all kinds of cool stuff for a huge discount. I shouldn't even say discount because you're not even supposed to say discount. But I've gotten so many messages from you guys who are like, I'm broke. I don't have any money. I don't know how to change this. I'm tired of being like this. I've got kids I need to feed. My husband's not helping me. I'm in a sucky situation at home. I'm living with a roommate. I don't want to be with a roommate anymore. My job sucks. I've got to work, 60 hours or whatever it is, and I'm only making minimum wage. How do I change this? You'll learn about candle magic, the corresponding colors. You'll learn, like I talked about, the moon phases. So that is like the ins and outs of what you will get in this class. But the real deal is you will become a spellcasting badass on demand. You have lifetime access to this. So maybe one day you're like, okay, my money's good. I feel good about my money. I'm not living paycheck to paycheck. I got a little something in the bank. But now I'm like, I'm tired of being single. I really want someone. I'm in my 40s. I've sowed my wild oats. I've done my girls trip. Now I really just want to settle down and manifest love. So with this course, you will learn how to throw up a love spell. Okay? So the byproduct of learning magic, and what I teach, is that you become this powerful witch, magical person who changes their situation. Does anybody hear me? Can I get an amen? Can I get a woo woo? Can I get a something? And while I'm waiting for y'all to respond, I'm going to take a drink. And I wouldn't teach you anything that I haven't done, and anything that I haven't, experienced, or anything that I haven't had success in. So let's catch up on comments. Yep. All right. Ellen's got me. Thank you, Ellen. So let me drop a link. So you get all of this for $97, and that is my Spellcasting on Demand bundle. I've never bundled this course before. Stuff like this has always been kind of separate, especially these extra spells I'm going to give you. Okay? And you have all lifetime access to this, to change your circumstances, to throw up a spell, magic spell, to bring more money in, more prosperity. I know one of the people that were taking this class wanted to work on self-confidence. And so we did a self-confidence spell with her. So you can work on so many different things, but this gives you the basics of how to create a spell, what colors you use, what herbs you use. And this is really great information that you need to change your fucking circumstances through magic. What do I keep telling y'all? I keep telling you guys that I empower you through magic. I just don't teach, oh, you cast a circle because of this. I teach you to magic so that you can change your circumstances, so you can walk taller, speak louder, speak your truth. Say, fuck no, I'm not going to deal with that, or I'm not going to settle for that, or I'm going to change that circumstances, or if you piss me off, I have a pen, a lighter, and a freezer. So don't piss me off, right? And a match, and I'll light your ass on fire. So that's what happens when you learn magic. You're like, don't piss me off because I know what I need to do to take care of you. That's what happens when you become powerful in your magic teachings and your magical craft. So now this special is my $97 one, and it is my Spellcasting on Demand course. Hit that link right there. You have instant access to it. So once you check out, you have access to everything. It is self-paced, which means you go at your own pace. If you feel like you have to go back and relearn what gemstones you need to bring in love, you rewatch it. You take notes. You download the PDFs that I give you. Every week has a video and a PDF to go with it. You get lots of stuff with this, lots of transformation. You can start setting up your prosperity and abundance altar now. Because, let me look at this real fast. Our next full moon is November 15th. If you get in on this class, on this course today, by the 15th, you should be able to set up your prosperity altar, your love altar, your money altar, your health, your wellness, your confidence altar, which is wonderful to use for the full moon power. Okay, and we have moon phases in there too, and I'll teach you that. But 101 for moon phases, you, as far as setting new intentions or starting something new, you want to use the new moon to actually just oomph that spell, or using that full moon energy, prosperity, you know, putting oomph into your spell. The go-to is full moon. I'm a full moon person. I do mostly my work under the full moon. So if you do this now, you will be able to start that brand new brand new spell, prosperity, by the full moon. Okay? That's how it's going to be. And you can set this up really, really fast. All right? All right, so any questions before I let you go? Because I know that you guys have been wanting this. You've been asking me for it. You've been PMing me. You've been direct messaging me, emailing me. I need a money thing. I need a money thing. I need a money thing. I need a money spell. This is it. This is it. This is your chance to get all this spell work for $97 for the entire bundle. Okay? So go ahead and click that. If we don't have any other questions, I'm going to hang out for a little bit if anybody has any more questions. No more questions. Are we good? Yeah, we're good. All right, my witchy sisters, don't forget to get that spellcasting on demand so you can change your finances, your love life, your health, your wealth, your self-confidence, and you can start working on that altar. The full moon is coming up. Why am I stuck on altars? So start working on this spell course and change your circumstances. Okay. Thanks, Nelly. Thanks for being here. All right, and we will talk to you later, and we will see you in the Witchy School of Wisdom Facebook group. Bye, y'all.